Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a good week. So, just wanted to talk about something I was thinking about this week and just kind of getting through meditation and wanted to share. So, as we kind of work on manifestations, I think it's natural for us to look at our outer environment and continually check. And, when we're manifesting, we're not supposed to be blind to our outer environment in a dissociative, dismissive kind of way, because that's a form of resistance, right? However, there's a bit of acknowledging of the outer environment and knowing that, you're manifesting regardless, and just accepting the outer environment, but making that decision that you're manifesting regardless. And so some phrases came to me that were really helpful regarding this, and they just kind of came about. I wasn't really thinking about this week. It just kind of came around, so I really love that. So this phrase of walk by faith and not by sight, what does that mean? And so those of you who study Neville Goddard and some of the law of assumption stuff, it's just kind of like we are the decider of our own reality. We are the operant power of our own reality. And so walking by faith and not by sight is this decision that, I know that the outer environment's reflecting this back to me, but I choose whatever you choose, right? You choose that new reality. And so I was reminded, and again, Spirit brings back to us things that we've studied in our life. And I was reminded of the passage that says, faith as small as a mustard seed is effective, right? So what does that mean in terms of small as a mustard seed? I was always like, what do you mean small as a mustard seed? And I think we get kind of twisted up in it because manifesting is a very big world. And I think some people incorrectly assume you've got to believe it wholeheartedly. It's got to be a total conviction. And actually I found that to not completely be the case, because there's always nuance to it. You can have some doubts and it's fine, right? So faith, what is the definition of faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the assuredness of things that are not seen. It's that decision as operant power. And so walking by faith and not by sight is walking by that decision you've made internally. Like, yep, the outer environment is showing me this and I'm not going to resist that. I'm not going to, try to pretend it's not happening because it just holds it in place, right? But I am going to walk by faith, this decision I've made internally to move forward in whatever area of my life and whatever that looks like, right? So kind of tacking on to that, when you're manifesting something new, don't look to the old thing to manifest the new thing to you, right? So, if you're manifesting new, relationships and opportunities and you're looking to the old stuff to show you that, it's probably not going to be showing you that, right? So if you take a moment and the things that you've been manifesting, so you've been manifesting, authentic friendships or, new opportunities, right? And you're looking to old painful situations to reflect back to you new stuff, maybe take a moment and look around and see where in your life those things are actually manifesting in other parts. And it just needs a bit of a shift in focus, and you'll start to see that, holy cow, this stuff is everywhere. It's all around me. And the more you notice that, the more it comes in. So what the message I was kind of hearing this week is where have you been beating your head against the wall with the old stuff, trying to make the old stuff into the new situation? If that's for your best and highest good, for the old stuff to change and bring about a new beginning, that's great. But what if what's for your best and highest good is something totally new and something that is here just ready for you to recognize it and look at it, and you're continuing continually experiencing pain and hurt because the old situation is continuing to show you what it used to show you, right? Maybe it's showing you that because it needs you to move on. Maybe you're experiencing new things because there's a whole new path that's here, right? So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Is like, take a moment, and some of the things you've been manifesting, and I encourage you to write this down. I think it's really important to write some of this stuff down. Is like, where in your life are these things showing to you? Where in your life are these manifestations coming about? And just because it's not the old thing doesn't mean it's not manifesting. And maybe this new beauty is exactly what you need. So anyway, I just thought that was really beautiful. So again, for those of you who want to, I'm doing a group healing tomorrow morning, group Reiki energy healing session tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to go to my website, seewithash.com, and there's a link to buy that session. I'd love to have you join me. So hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.